Hey there, YouTube. Let's get into a question today. That sounds fun. Ben, I got to ask, what's the reason it took you this long to get into 2011s, despite being as high level of a shooter as you are? I'm in no way insinuating the gun makes a good shooter or that all good shooters use a certain gun. 2011s have just been so popular in USPSA for so long, and you never seemed to jump on that train previously. Yeah, that's good. So, in my time doing USPSA competition, I have never shot a 2011 in USPSA. I should say when I started shooting USPSA, it was 2005. It was a different era. It was a different time. Well, for example, the magazines, they weren't as good as this, but every time the magazines hit the ground, guys would be pulling them apart and cleaning them. Now, the common guns then were his 2011 open guns, shooting like 38 Super Comp was the good stuff. I don't think 9 Major ran that good at that time. I mean, maybe it never did run that good. I don't know. So it'd be 38 Super Comp, open guns, or 40 caliber limited guns. I think the limited guns were a lot more popular. And honestly, like just watching people's experience with them at a match, it's like, I do not want to own that gun. Now, there's equipment divisions as well. So you can shoot production division and you're not allowed to use a gun like that. So it's sort of irrelevant, right? I would rather shoot production with kind of service style pistols, minor scoring, which is, interesting in a way. And then you're not even looking at 2011s. They don't matter. Especially like you look at the ownership experience that people had shooting those guns, where they're shooting a heavier caliber. They're not shooting 9 mil. They're shooting 40 or 38 Super Comp. So the guns break all the time, and the guns typically didn't work worth a shit. You look at that and you're just like, I don't know why those guys were doing it. It seemed kind of horrible. But time marches on, I think what made 2011s interesting for me was that Staccato started marketing them to police, and then for the training side of what I do, like it makes sense that I would have and be competent with Staccato 2011s. But before that happened, Staccato, like the nice thing they did was they fixed the magazines. They made 9 millimeter work with 2011s, and that was good. Then they marketed them to cops, and now other companies like don't build as many guns for heavier calibers. They just build them for 9s. Those are easier to run. So what happened is the 2011 landscape shifted, the training landscape shifted, and then it's like, okay, it definitely makes sense for me to get Staccatos. The Atlas pistol I have now, and I've got another one coming. That's not really my idea, strictly speaking. I'm getting a lot of pressure to get those from people, so it's like that's not something I would even on my own want or purchase. But this is what the people want. They want to shoot 2011s. So there you go.